On Monday, another big name switched parties. You know him. He's on this show often, and he's my go-to on the Supreme Court. Professor Alan Dershowitz wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. It was headlined, "Why I Am Becoming a Republican." Professor Emeritus of Harvard Law School and author of "Could President Trump Constitutionally Serve a Third Term?" Alan Dershowitz joins me. Nice to talk to you, sir. And before I actually go to your op-ed, I want to ask you this. Have your views really changed in the last 50 years, or have the parties moved farther to the left and farther to the right so that it has the appearance that you changed?
I am the most consistently boring person you would know. If you listen to my speeches in high school, where I campaigned for Democrats, I was always a civil libertarian, a civil rights advocate, a libertarian, an egalitarian, somebody who believes in meritocracy. None of my views has changed. I am boring. But as Ronald Reagan said about his change of parties, he didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left him. My Democratic Party was Kennedy's Democratic Party, Bill Clinton's Democratic Party, a centrist party that believed in due process, free speech, and that's not the Democrats today. And what really drove me over the line was they elected in New Jersey a congresswoman who was virulently anti-Israel to the point of crossing the line to anti-Semitism. They are about to nominate in Michigan a man who campaigns with Nazis at his side, people who support Hitler. 70% of Democrats of all ages prefer Palestinians, which means Hamas and Hezbollah, over the democratic state of Israel. That's no longer my political party. I will work as hard as I can to make sure that the Democrats do not get control of the House, do not get control of the Senate, do not get control of the presidency. I do not want Liz Warren and Senator Murphy and AOC in positions of authority in chairmanships. I will work very hard against that. I don't agree with many of the things in the Republican Party. And if I could register with an asterisk saying I'm a Republican largely on foreign policy issues, I would do that. But under our system, you have to pick and choose. And I have picked the Republicans and Democrats.
All right. Well, you've noted that sort of, I mean, a lot of people, the Palestinians, but I actually read something today, and correct me if I'm wrong, actually, I think you wrote it, is that Tom Friedman of the New York Times, who's not a young person on the street, he's a Pulitzer Prize writer for the New York Times, and he has some very harsh words that you have harsh words about.
Yeah, he said on one of the channels the other day that he's torn between Iran and America. Yeah, he doesn't like Iran, but if Iran loses, if Israel wins and the United States wins, that would strengthen these terrible people, elected officials, President Trump, Prime Minister Netanyahu. So he's torn. That's like saying he was torn between Winston Churchill, who was deeply flawed, a colonialist, etc., and Adolf Hitler. No, you can't be torn when it comes to Iran. You have to support American and Israeli victory. Tom Friedman has completely lost his credibility, if not his common sense. He is so deranged when it comes to BDS, BB derangement syndrome, TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, that he simply can't think straight about these issues. And he's actually hoping for a victory. Look, on CNN, when you watch CNN and you watch some of their commentators, they are rooting for Iran. They are cheering when boats go down and the straits are blocked by Iran. It's a terrible thing when Americans are rooting for Iran.
This is what I don't understand, and I'm going to ask, I ask every guest who comes on this show practically, I mean, every member of Congress, is I have yet, even including Russia and China, who are pals to Iran, I do not know anybody who wants Iran to get a nuclear weapon. I mean, there just isn't a single person that does. So I do not understand a lot of this. And if you dig a little bit deeper, when you look at the crisis that we've had in the Middle East that we've experienced for decades, it's been Iran funding Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. So I don't get where the, and they were going to hang these 8 women tonight. They're now going to not hang them, but they were going to rape them ahead of time so they wouldn't get some sort of afterlife.
Yeah, no. Ask Tucker Carlson whether he is okay with Iran getting a nuclear weapon. I don't know what his answer would be. Ask some of the other folks on the right as well who are rooting for Iran whether they would really be upset if Iran got a nuclear bomb. I have to tell you that if this war produces nothing more than that Iran never gets a nuclear bomb, it will be a great victory. It would be as if Churchill had invaded Germany in 1935 and not completely destroyed it, but destroyed some of its ability. It might have prevented World War II. And so you don't need a complete victory to prevent Iran from having a nuclear weapon or Nazi Germany from invading Poland. Partial victories are big total defeats.
Professor Alan Dershowitz, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.